Jazz to me is a spirit, it's a feeling. You know, we talk a lot about jazz as being improvised music and you know, freedom, but to me jazz is like a rhythmic sensibility that only our music has. The feel of the rhythm and the time implications and the things that jazz musicians focus on, which is rhythm and time, really is what makes this music.
Most of the jazz that you hear is basically reworking the composer's original piece, using the harmony of it and adhering to that structure. There's ways you can change things, but fundamentally it's reworking the harmonic blueprint of the song, if you like. It's actually far from true to say that you can play anything. It's like if you don't use those blueprint type sounds as part of what you do, it's like taking all the vowel sounds out of the English language. You know, you're sort of left with Welsh or something, you know. The Conservatorium jazz program is the first one in Australia. The aims of the jazz unit are twofold. The primary aim for us is that we want people to come in here and develop a unique artistic voice of their own that expresses them as a musician while addressing the fundamentals of jazz performance. The second aim is really to turn out people who are really top-class, thorough musicians, well-schooled in all of the skills they have to have. We want them to have the option of doing whatever they want to do to express themselves. Yeah, good. Good. That was good up in the old thumb position. I think another version maybe sort of play up there for a while.
Sure.
Yeah. Have a walk up there first.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. 1, 2.
Our jazz unit compares favourably to the other courses in Australia. I mean, we have the highest number of auditionees every year, and we have the smallest student cohort. And I think we have a reputation across Australia as the most competitive jazz course to get into. Our students are coming from all states, and we get a lot of students from New Zealand travelling to our course as well. Good, excellent. Now, what are we going to use that particular pattern over, chord-wise?
Would you use it over the minor? You could use it over the major.
Try it, see how it sounds. What about this? Gradually our course is accepting more and more female students. The standard of the women musicians that are coming through, and particularly the young ones, is exceptional. And so we're accepting more and more, which is great for the scene. We try and encourage our students to take an interest in jazz history, but we also understand that they're dying to express themselves in their own way. And so the jazz course here is more about being up with what's current and contemporary in world music rather than focusing on the history of our music. The Big Band Masterclass is one of the many activities that we organise for our students. Grammy Award winning composer Darcy James Argue is going to bring his music to the student orchestra, and he's going to talk to them about what's required to get it to a performance level.
When you're playing swing, any note that is off the beat is tied over, or any note that is off the beat and is followed by a rest. Those are laid back, because that's where the swing feeling is going to come from. James, you can play like probably twice as loud as you have been playing in any of the sections where it gets big. Like, I will let you know if you ever get too loud, but you're never going to get too loud. It's a big band. It's all about the drums. Yeah. All right, from the top. A 1, 2, a 1, 2.
I feel like the jazz course is definitely one of the most practical courses at the con, in that the vast majority of our degree includes performance-based classes. So we do improvisation class, which is playing, ensemble class, which is playing big bands, is playing. Even ear training is very practical in the sense that there's no note-taking as such. It's all writing down, transcribing notes and bits and pieces. Harmony and arranging is writing a big band chart or learning about harmony in another practical sense. Is there any other subject?
Oh, there's music history.
Music, even in a history subject, we're playing our instruments.
Nobody is going to be a musician unless they're driven to be a musician, because everybody realises that, the streets are not paved with gold. You have to be realistic about it. If you really want to do it, that comes with the responsibility of being absolutely as good as you can possibly be, and better, and continue to improve. So we try and make sure the students have fun, because, it is fun, but it's serious fun.
When we're learning to improvise, we're essentially trying to learn to speak our own language.
Improvising is just like a conversation. It really helps to have, those personal jokes, and just knowing each other on that very personal level helps.
Again, it was good, but again, the cueing thing, we didn't quite do what we talked about. You just got to give cueing, just give enough time so that we know what's happening. I mean, the key is to make everybody know what's going on, and the more relaxed we are, and the more secure we are, the better we're going to sound. But it sounded great anyway.
It's really fun talking to classical musicians just about what we do, because they always say we seem to have a lot more fun whenever, any of my mates, I don't know, if they come see me play, how come you guys have so much fun?
Where our students will end up at the end of their course, nobody knows. We run a music business skills course as part of the jazz course, but a lot of the classical students come and attend that as well, where we prepare them for the non-musical aspects of their upcoming jazz careers.
There's such an art to networking and selling our art that really at the end of the day, you can practice 9-10 hours a day. You can be the best in the world, but if you have no way of getting yourself out there and networking and selling yourself and your art, then how are you honestly going to make a living? The year before I moved to the con, I happened to stumble upon this fantastic gig, changed my whole life. And I was just blown away by the musicianship. And I was like, who's in this band? And they were all
They're all part of the faculty.
They're all part of the faculty, really, pretty much. I mean, and essentially that's why I moved to Sydney, is I saw that band and the musicians in it, and I just loved every single second of it, and I wanted to be with what they were doing. I mean, obviously everyone's dream is to just play their own music, But I think a large part of what I actually want to do actually down the track is to be in a place like the Con and hopefully teach like the teachers that I'm learning off, and they're also inspiring, and it'd be great to be someone like that down the track, I guess.